Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another video and another new year. Insane. It's 2022. This here is my Ibanez Axion label RGA 61 something something. This is actually the show model, which is why it's got all this crazy buckle rash from the thousands of people that played it over 2 days. Godot locking tuners. The logo is glow in the dark and the finish is really crazy. I mean, I'm not a huge Ibanez guy. But even I have to admit, I think 2019 was a really exciting time to follow Ibanez. Last year was pretty disappointing for him, understandably. In fairness, it was pretty disappointing for a lot of brands. From what I've heard so far, this year isn't that great either. But I still thought it'd be fun to go through them together and see what the codes are to access Wi-Fi are this year. Alright, so let's take a look here. There really aren't that many. You know, I'm used to Ibanez just vomiting out new models at the beginning of the year. Usually, it's almost overwhelming, the amount of new models. There's so many that I usually end up missing some that are really cool. That doesn't really seem to be the case this year. What is this for electric? 2 signature models, 7 RGs, 4 AZs, 1 S, and 1 AR. So quick maths, that's 15 new models. And you got hollow bodies, you got bases. Wow. Dude, Ibanez has been killing it with the bases last couple of years. Like, look at this fucking thing. Where's the guitar version of this? This is cool as shit. Like, that is incredible, man. The flame top on the back. You know, last couple of years, Ibanez has really tried to turn me into a bassist. It ain't gonna happen, but I mean, they are really trying. That is so cool. Look at that top. Like, the fact that it's a flame top, but then it's got, like, stripes of flame, and then the purple heart in the middle, and the wood-covered pickups. That is super, super cool. All right, anyways, I guess we should look at guitars now. Real quick, before we talk about the guitars, though, speaking of super cool, let's talk about the super cool sponsor of today's video, Ridge Wallet. New year, same awesome sponsor support from Ridge. Hugely appreciate them, just as I appreciate how they're redefining the wallet. And they're not just a sponsor, I actually use their product every day. The designs are sleek, fit into your front pocket. The plates made of aluminum, titanium, or carbon fiber are RFID blocking, held together by a durable elastic band. The quality is excellent, and to back it up, each wallet comes with a lifetime guarantee. And let's face it, regular wallets, they kinda suck. They collect all this useless crap, they're so bulky and impractical. Throw it in your back pocket, you end up sitting all crooked. You ever see that Seinfeld episode where George has too much crap in his wallet, and it makes him sit all weird, and it throws his back out so he has to go to the chiropractor? Yeah, forget all that. Switched to a Ridge a while ago. I love the design. It's small and makes it easy to carry and access just what you need. Plus, they've got loads of colors and styles to choose from, including the awesome limited topographic collection inspired by iconic natural locations. This one's my current favorite, the Narrows. So if you want to see why so many people are switching over to the Ridge wallet, head on over to ridge.com/Agufish and use the code Agufish at checkout to get 10% off your order and free shipping. That's ridge.com/Agufish, code Agufish for 10% off. And of course, clicking the link supports the channel by letting them know that I sent you. Check out cool wallets, embrace minimalism, and while you're doing that, let's see what Ibanez has in store for 2022. All right, let's start with the signature models. Looks like there's a new AZ signature. Andy Timmons model, Sunburst matte color. Interesting pickup. So we got 2 single-sized dual rails and a humbucker. Love the AZ neck cutaway, by the way. Yeah, it's not too modern. It's still got some of that traditional flair, but it's got good comfort and upper fret access. I think it's something both modern players and traditional players don't have any complaints about, which is very difficult to do. Ah, so these pickups are DiMarzio's, an AT1 in the bridge, so I guess that's his signature DiMarzio, and the Cruiser in both the middle and neck positions. So there's ceramic single coils, or not single coils, but a single-sized dual rails. You know what I mean. Interestingly, it looks like the frets are not stainless steel. I can't remember if that's something that he did on his previous signatures, but I know that stainless steel is an AZ staple. Godot locking tuners, that's pretty cool. Wilkinson trem. And then that coil split switch. The Wilkinson trem is a 6-screw version, but it looks like they've only got 4 screws bolting it to the body. I wonder whether that's accidental or intentional for tone purposes. That would be an interesting experiment to do. But yeah, it seems like this is very traditional style Ibanez. Yeah, I don't really have that much more to say about this. I think when I eventually get an AZ, I definitely want those stainless steel frets. But that pickup combo with the Cruisers in there is pretty cool. What else? Another Steve Vai model. Oh, okay, so it's another color for the Gem Junior. So it's a more affordable one. It's got the Tree of Life inlays, the proprietary Ibanez Quantum pickups, Jatoba fingerboard, Meranti body. I mean, I think it looks cool. The gem is very iconic. They always come in white, and this is kind of one from the inverse universe. You got the monkey grip and everything, extra portability. Not super interesting, but it looks cool. Ah, now this is the one they've been using for all the promo pictures. Oh, and again, it's just a different color of a pre-existing model. So this RG Prestige made in Japan now comes in this Polar Lights color. And it's one of those iridescent finishes that doesn't photograph too well, but in videos and in person, you kind of shift it in the light and turns from purple to this more teal color. Gotta be honest, I don't know if I'm really liking this. There's so many color mismatches going on. You know, like the hardware is one color, then the pickup covers are another color. The finish can't even decide what color it is. Fingerboard is listed as bird's eye maple, and well, I guess technically I do see some bird's eye in there. Oh, interesting. So both the Fishman Fluences are ceramics. Usually you'd pair a ceramic in the bridge with an Alnico in the neck. That way, you know, the ceramic, it cuts through more. The Alnico is warmer. That Evertune exclusive LTD did it the other way around. Both were Alnico for a slightly warmer sound. Ibanez is apparently going for maximum precision, so respect that. Yeah, I mean, it's a fine guitar. I'm sure it plays well. I'm sure it sounds great. But as the flagship model for 2022, okay, these look crazy though. That top, I know it's gonna make some people uncomfortable, but I think it's incredible. So what do we have here? Oh, it's Neck-Thru too. Nice. 7-piece maple walnut Neck-Thru poplar burl 3mm top on the basswood body. Jumbo stainless steel, premium fret edge treatment, nice ebony fingerboard, acrylic and abalone block inlay. Cool. And the pickups are DiMarzio's a tone zone in the bridge and an Air Norton in the neck. So the specs are cool. It looks cool. It's a premium, so it's made in Indonesia, meaning the price is going to be like $1,500. This is one of those guitars that makes me sad that I'm not in love with the way that Ivan and I play. I don't like the neck shape. I don't like the flat fingerboard, but that's a solid looking guitar, especially with that matching headstock. Damn. Should have used that for the promos. Okay, next one. So this looks like the same guitar, except that it's DTF, which is of course deep twilight flat and not whatever you were thinking. Same jumbo stainless steel frets, ebony fingerboard, 7-piece maple walnut Neck-Thru, poplar burl on top of the American basswood body. This one is the monorail bridge. They've also got a trem version. I like this. It's like they've taken the previous model and just sucked all the saturation out. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention the crazy dynamic switch. Like you can see from this diagram, it puts it into a completely different wiring mode, which is awesome. So much versatility. And for the people that aren't on the bridge with the tone at 10 all the time, I don't know who you're talking about. It makes these guitars awesome for just about anything you need them to do. Cool, I wasn't actually sure if I was gonna ask Ibanez if I could demo anything this quarter, but this is a strong contender. I mean, it looks really, really cool. Especially the Neck-Thru on a premium model. Man, that top is cool. Like, if only they would show the same love to their single cuts, my god. Oh, my bad, the trem version is actually HSS, so don't listen to what I have to say. True Velvet single in the middle. Never tried it. Sounds smooth. Ah, nice. An Ibanez ESP black metal. I love the new Iron Label logo. Look at that. Dead bushes intensify. Must be heavy. No inlays. Blacked out logo. Neck-Thru as well. Cool. Ah, no, DiMarzio Fusions. Those were the ones that I tried in their high performance series. And I don't know, man. They didn't sound bad. They didn't sound good either. They just sounded very bland. Like, I literally have no way else to explain them except that they sounded like pickups. But cool, this is Neck-Thru as well. No stainless steel frets. Okay. So I just checked on Sweetwater. This is $1,200. Honestly, I mean, I know it's got one fewer pickup, but it's a Seymour Duncan Black Winner. At $9.99, I would definitely go for an LTD Black Winner over this. You get the stainless steel frets too. Yeah, I don't know. This is one of the most Ibanez looking Ibanez's I've seen in a long time. Oh wow, that is a crazy color. It's kind of like mine. Oh man, and it's a Geo too. That's crazy. The Geos are their entry level ones, so this is like a $200 mod project guitar with this finish. I mean, obviously it's a veneer and everything, but that color is really cool. If I didn't already have a million mod project guitars I was working on, this would definitely be a candidate because that looks really fucking cool. Anything interesting in the specs? Oh, that's a Purple Heart fingerboard. If you say so. And the last from the RGs, what do we have? Wow, it's another Geo, and it's metallic. Blue Metal Chameleon, nice. So they brought their changing color finishes to the Geos. Never mind, if I was going for an Ibanez style mod project, this would be the one. Moving on to the AZs, what do we got? Oh, actually, that's a really nice one. Spec-wise, there's no difference between this and the previous AZs. You've got the exclusive Seymour Duncan Fortuna pickups, Godo Trem and locking tuners, roasted maple neck, stainless steel frets. It's just in a new color this year, and it's a really good one. I mean, I love my pastel colors. So I think that's my favorite one. But the others are arguably more interesting. Because the Ibanez AZs, they have more of a traditional vibe, including the looks, and this is an AZ with more of that modern Ibanez aesthetic. It's a more Ibanez-y looking AZ, you know what I mean? You know, like you've got the super figured top, you got an ebony fingerboard instead of roasted maple, gold hardware, which looks really cool on this, the speed knobs too. They have the Seymour Duncans too. Oh no, they've gone DiMarzio. To me, it seems like the AZs have always had their own kind of category in the Ibanez lineup, and this kind of bridges the gap between that flashy aesthetic the RGs and the RGAs are known for, and then the feel and the playability of the AZs. So I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on this. If you weren't considering an AZ before, now that this looks more Ibanez-y, are you interested? Okay, and this is like a really stripped down version. This is almost Court-like, and I believe the Indonesian Ibanez are actually made by Court too. Not too interesting, but I get why you need one of these in the lineup. And then a 7-string, cool. They did their first 7-string AZ last year, but it didn't look super Ibanez-y like this. Again, nothing groundbreaking. It looks nice though. The S now comes in this pink gold metallic matte. I don't think I'd ever get this because if you've never played the S bodies, they're like this thin. Feels really bizarre. That color with the matching headstock is nice though. And the last guitar is a semi-hollow, and that's flashy as hell. You know, it's funny, a lot of people think of Ibanez as just doing the modern metal guitars, more recently the AZs, but they actually do a lot of hollow body and semi-hollows like this. They're pretty low-key about it, but not about the models themselves. I mean, you got like the abalone and the inlays, you got the abalone binding, you've got the big gold hardware. Not really my style, but that light blue burst is very nice. Then a bunch of hollow bodies, which I'm not really going to cover because I don't know anything about them. I don't own one. As a metal guy, I don't really have much use for them, and the body shape looks weird. Like, they look very bulbous. This George Benson signature model looks nice, though. And that's about as far as my commentary can go on those. Mike D'Antonio from Killswitch Engage has a signature bass now, though. What does that body shape remind me of? Like, obviously Explorer, but specifically the Wild Audio Blood Eagle. Yeah, like, look at this, and then here's the Blood Eagle. It's like this lower horn and the outer body beveling. That's really reminiscent. Looks great, though. Is this a premium model or a prestige model, or what is this? Bolt-on neck, Seymour Duncan passive pickups, Kame body, rosewood fingerboard, so this is a mid-range guitar, maybe? Just looked it up, $9.99, so I think it'll be great for fans of Killswitch Engage. But man, Ibanez's core lineup basses just look insane. I don't even know what these pickups are. Like, they're two slanted rails. That's insane. They should get the Bass Workshop guys to design a guitar, man. All right, so I guess the big takeaway from this 2022 lineup is that supply chain is still messed up. It's a very safe lineup. Only, what did we say, 15 new solid bodies and a semi-hollow. And I think that's a theme we'll continue to see as other brands release their new electric lineups. Limited models, sticking to their roots, focusing on the best production quality possible as opposed to spamming us with entirely new models. To be perfectly honest, there's absolutely no need to blow audiences away with a ton of new shit. Factories are still playing catch up with their 2020 orders, so getting all those back orders in and finally being able to play those guitars, that will kind of make up for a lack of entirely brand new models. Also, second year in a row for Ibanez, the new basses look infinitely cooler than the new guitars. By far the biggest announcement, which for some reason I haven't seen a huge amount of hype about, it's those new RG Premiums, the Indonesian made ones that are proper Neck-Thru. That's something they should really make a big deal about because that's a very high-end feature. Not sure why they aren't front and center on all the promos instead of that Fluence equipped one, because they look great and they're more exciting. So I wouldn't say I'm exactly hyped over the 2022 Ibanez lineup, but going through it more in depth, a couple of them did pique my interest a lot more than when I just skimmed over it. Namely, the Mint Green AZ, the Neck-Thru Ibanez Premiums, which is very surprising since I'm not an RG guy. Anyways, those are just my initial thoughts on Ibanez's 2022 lineup, and I'd love to know what you're thinking. It definitely doesn't compare to 2019 or 2020, but given the global context, it's pretty smart. It's very safe. Ibanez fans will find something to love, but it won't convince you if you're not already Team Ibanez. You've heard me ramble enough now. I'm kind of just repeating myself at this point. So what are your thoughts? Any models that stood out to you? Any models that you want to see a demo of on this channel? Those are always kind of fun because it's interesting to come at it from a non-Ibanez perspective. Any and all thoughts, I'd love to hear them down below. Thanks to Ridge for sponsoring today's video and to the awesome patrons that make this and all the other content possible. If you want to support the channel too, you can join the Patreon community down below. Really appreciate that. Affiliate, social media, merch, and Discord server links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I'll see you for the next video. Crazy how the first video of the year is on Ibanez and not on some sort of Les Paul. Who would have thought?